frauds for sub party people. I want to apologize, right? So let me tell you, nobody's here right now. Nobody's I know nobody's here. So let me tell you what happened. I want to apologize real. A couple of things I gotta do right now. I'm probably killing my bandwidth. Give me 1 second. Gotta apologize real quick because the live, my hat's on crooked. So I was having an issue with my computer since the other day that I was telling you about. I finally fixed it. So I needed a minute. I meant to go live almost an hour ago. I meant to go live like almost an hour ago. Give me 1 second. Something's going on over here. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we got that over here. All of the things. How's everybody doing today? Shout out to Florida State Bullies. Salute. A couple of things I want to say tonight. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Do y'all remember when I told y'all, and we could talk about things that I said recently, but you know how I keep telling y'all that this industry, and I want to talk about what was said about Diddy and the party situation, and I'm gonna tell you, niggas is hypocrites. I'm gonna say what it is, all right? Because the same people that's stepping out right now and talking about Diddy, let's just be clear, they were the same people that was benefiting from his behavior. Let's just be clear on that. So as they step out and they're saying all of these things that they're saying, like yo, Diddy was this, Diddy was that. I'm telling you, because I'm telling you, a lot of people that was benefiting from this behavior is gonna come out and they're gonna try to demonize Diddy when they was right there with him. I just want to say that. Also, I want to talk about that Young Thug trial, obviously. Who was the guy that told you I thought that they was, oh shit, I didn't mean to say I thought. Who was the guy that told y'all that they thought they was trying to do a mistrial? Who told you that? Who told you that after the first day? The first day. All we heard was the prosecution give the opening statement. And who said, yo, I think they trying to do a mistrial? Who told you that? How in the hell they put the photos of the jury? They did it. Their cameras did it. It wasn't some dudes that was like the photographers, because you heard how Judge Glanville tried to pass it off. What up, the few? You heard how Judge Glanville tried to pass it off, right? He was like, yeah, well, we're not going to place no blame on anybody. What do you mean you're not going to place no blame? Basically, for everybody that hasn't seen the photo, what happened was when the detective was going to get on the stand, they decided that they were going to, ratchet up the drama, and they were going to get a shot of him walking to the stand. The problem is he had to walk past the jury. So they have the faces of the people in the front row, and there's individuals that was on Twitter like, I know that guy. Now we're talking about a case where there are individuals that is accused of being the meanest, baddest, roughest, toughest gang in that area. So what do you think is going to happen if people are actually convicted and you got individuals that saying, yo, I know that guy. That's a teacher at my school. What do you think is going to happen? Right now, I'm telling you, they're in a serious discussion for a mistrial because they need to get a new jury. This is a serious discussion. Not only do they need to get a new jury, I think they need to get a new judge. And segue into that, they have a new judge in the straight drop trial. This happened a couple of weeks ago for everybody that don't know. They had to switch out judges apparently. The judge that they had previously on the trial, they just said, we think you biased. You got to go. When they got somebody else. So there's a whole new judge that was just appointed on the case a couple of weeks ago. For everybody that don't know, just putting that out there for the people that don't get it. Because now so much shenanigans was going on in Memphis. It seems like people have become disinterested, or at least I don't think people believe that they're going to know or find out exactly what has happened to young Dolph until the actual trial happens. Because there's just a lot of, you had people that was out there like, yo, I saw it. What do you mean you saw it? You saw what? what else we wanted to talk about tonight? There's a couple of other things I wanted to bring up. I meant to go live a couple of hours ago, at least an hour ago. I think the live was set for like 9:15 or something. There was something else I wanted to talk about. It was definitely something else I wanted to talk about. I can't think about it at the moment. But we can go back to the Diddy conversation. I want to say something. Oh, trenches. I want to talk about the trenches thing too. I don't want to. We're not gonna give up on this trenches conversation because I just want to be clear about this. The guys that y'all keep accusing of being snitches aren't even the guys helping the police, man. The main dudes that's helping the police is the guys y'all niggas love. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. You do with that what you want to do with that. But the main dudes that y'all think, yo, that nigga, he helping the police. Y'all not talking to these people. And y'all still getting busted. But y'all talking to the trenches news dudes because they're running around with the shiesty mask on. He's one of you. He hate the police too. He want all the drugs on the street. He think everybody should be. I have no idea. I don't watch the guy's content. But the point in which I'm trying to make, I don't watch the guy's content. I'm just being honest with you. I don't watch his content. I don't know. I've seen a couple of things that he's done. I think like people have sent me videos. I'm not trying to critique them. I don't know how good they are or aren't. So this isn't a critique on his skill level or how good he is at a thing. What I'm telling you is that a lot of these dudes is just regular guys in the street. Y'all not going to journalists. You're not getting interviews. You think you're getting an interview. You're just going to go talk to your friend. They don't know what you should be saying. They don't know what you shouldn't be saying. I be seeing some of these interviews. I just want to be honest with you. I be seeing some of these interviews and these dudes be talking. And I be like, so the guy that's doing the interview ain't going to protect the dude at all? Like, it's just so we could be clear. It's not like you guys is Barbara Walters. That's why I keep trying to explain. I'm not trying to solve no crimes. You guys is interviewing dudes, getting information about crimes that are actively being pursued by the police. I think y'all using codes. Is what it is. I'm not even going to get on that. All I'm saying is this. You can't chase clout and want to be in the street. Better yet, you can't chase internet clout. Is a better way to put it. And want to be in the street. It's just a hard way to work. 1 second. What is this? What is this? There's a program over here. Pissing me off. Oh, we don't get kicked. I just shut down the program. I don't know if I should have shut that program down. It's just eating up mad space. What the fuck is it doing eating up all that space for? It's not even doing that. Sorry about that. I had a program. It's just eating up crazy space over here. And like, what the fuck is it doing? I'm not even. I know what it does. It shouldn't be doing anything. That's the point. Like, it shouldn't be doing anything. Like, it's searching for something right now. I don't want to get into it. It's a program. Anyway, in any regard. I'm not sure what we should talk about, the Young Thug or the Diddy, to be honest with you. If there's anything else you guys want to discuss, put it in the chat. I'm not 100% sure what we just should discuss, the Young Thug or the Diddy. I'll talk about the Diddy for a couple of reasons. Number one reason is because let's just rewind a little bit. Let's forget about the fact that Diddy might be a whole scumbag. He's done a whole bunch of terrible shit. Let's rewind. Let's go all the way back for a moment. Yeah, I do understand why this is happening to Diddy, right? You understand why this is happening to Diddy, right? Your man is talking. Dude that got locked up for the Tupac shit. He talking. You do understand why this is happening to Diddy, right? You do understand that these businesses and these corporations can't really be seen holding the hand of somebody that killed Tupac, right? You know that what that'll do to their margins. You know what that'll do to their bottom line. You know they really can't be seen in parties with dudes that killed Tupac. Also, if it comes out, I'm not saying he did, but if it comes out that he did have something to do with the situation that happened with Tupac, everybody's going to blame him for Biggie. You think these companies want to be doing business with the guy that the whole world is blaming for the death of two of the most famous rappers that ever lived? Two people that people look at and be like, that was before their time. People that some people might consider them the John Lennon of rap. Wait, John Lennon, is he still alive? The one that's not still alive, I think that's John Lennon. These guys is considering these guys like the John Lennon of rap. John Lennon is the Beatles that's not here no more, right? I mean, probably a couple of them is, but like John Lennon is the one that got shot in front of Central Park, right? He got shot over there near Central Park, coming out his building or something. So these dudes are just trying to separate themselves from Diddy. Diddy's done. 9 times out of 10, they're contacting people and saying, go after him now. Listen and pay attention. Your man just came out. Who was the dude that just came out? Curry, right? I think it was Mark Curry. He just came out and he said, yo, look, Diddy was throwing these parties, right? At these parties, there were certain alcoholic beverages that was in certain bottles. The men were told not to drink those. Those were only for the women. These things were spiked with shit that would make women more horny. So they were spiking the alcohol with stuff to make the women horny. Then Diddy would also walk around and personally place a pill in every woman's mouth to make sure that she took the pill. Then they would take them to other places like, places to shack up at and have giant orgies. These women out of their mind, drunk, high, don't know. This is what dude said that would happen. So this is what I'm saying. Fam, how many of those was you a part of? Diddy wasn't at these things by himself. It wasn't Diddy and 60 women, fam. I mean, there wasn't no 60 women at any given time, I'm thinking either, but you get the point. A couple of years ago, I told y'all, if 50 don't like somebody, you probably shouldn't fuck with them. If 50 don't like somebody, you probably shouldn't fuck with them. If 50 don't like somebody, there's something going on. Fifty don't like Diddy, fam. Nigga, Diddy is done for. Anybody think Diddy going to jail? That's just gonna keep falling over. Anyone think Diddy going to jail? I'm curious. You think Diddy going to jail? I gotta cut these nails. I say end up right. Hey, you think Diddy gonna go to jail? I'm curious. Think he gonna end up wheezing on his way out? R. Kelly in jail. Well, R. Kelly only in jail because of Epstein. So R. Kelly only went to jail. Like they came after him too. They tell you gotta do something. How do you think when people? I'm gonna say something. Why do you think when people pull up to the page and they be like, "I donated money, Jack, so now I have to do what they want me to do"? Like, fam, if you f's with the movement, if you f's with what we doing over here, you're trying to encourage what we're doing over here, then you donate. Then you donate your time, you donate your energy, you donate your effort, whatever you feel is reasonable and is okay with you. But if you're gonna donate money so you can later on tell me what I can and can't do on the platform, then you might as well go make your own platform. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, please come be a part of what we're doing. But if I decide I'm gonna stop doing everything that I'm doing and do what that guy want me to do and do what that guy. Remember, I'm one person also. Do what that guy want me to do. Do what that guy want me to do. Do what she want me to do. Do what she want me to do. Do what that guy want me to do. How are we gonna get anything done? We're gonna be like every other page at all times with no growth. Just something to think about. So like going on like with the whole thing Elon Musk was talking about, if we want to speak about it from a different area. So Disney and a whole bunch of other people decided they're not going to use Twitter anymore or X, whatever you want to call it. Uh, Elon Musk says they tried to basically like blackball him. So basically what they was trying to blackmail him. So basically what they was doing is that they were saying we're going to hold back our advertising dollars because we don't like the way you operate. And you got to operate the way we want to operate. If not, we're going to hold back our advertising dollars. Disney, a couple other guys. So Elon Musk is like, whatever, nigga. I don't care. Right? So that's the same concept and the same idea. If you don't do what we want you to do the way we want you to do it, then we're not going to support what you're doing. That means that you don't care about the movement. You just want to be a part of whatever influence that Twitter, that X has. You understand? If we just want to talk politics for 2 seconds, that's how I believe the Democrats got elected. They used Twitter. They bombarded Twitter. That's why the Republicans had the Twitter people in the freaking House of Congress or whatever. And they had to come down there. They had to go down there and they had to give their depositions. This is just all stuff that I'm saying that's factual information. If you don't believe me, you can go check it yourself. So I'm not just talking like some people try to say. He be freestyling. I'm never freestyling, fam. I just know more facts than you. That's it. It's really just it. I'm not talking about everybody, obviously. I'm talking about the people that say I'm freestyling. I just know more facts than you. I'm not freestyling. Yeah, just know more facts than you. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes people know more facts than me, you know? When people know more facts than me, I like to listen. Anything y'all want to talk about? People said they wanted to have a Tonight Show. I know we went extra later than I actually wanted, but we're here. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? It's at night. You're not at work. You cannot have an excuse that you can't get to your keyboard. Sorry about that. The dopest thing is the swipe. You know, you do the swipe on the phone, like when you write, but you don't press a button. You hit a key and you go like that and you write. It's dope as shit. I just want to say something real quick. So when they first started putting these on the phones, it was, I don't know when it was, probably like '08 or something like that. I forgot what it was. It was a dumb long time ago. But you was able to have it. It was whatever the name of the phone was. It was called the something one. I can't think of the name right now. The Sony one. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, that was the phone I had. So you had to switch the keyboard to swipe. So I started swiping since back then. So I've been swiping since before the keyboard came organically with the swipe on it. Back when you had to go inside of the settings and change the shit around and make it through the swipe. So nowadays, when people see me swipe, sometimes they be like, huh? Especially if they never seen somebody write like that before, because swiping makes you write like this, like 2 seconds. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Give me something to talk about. Shit. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I prefer the swipe feature, but depending on how the energy is, I might be angry or I might be having like an emotional, and I just want to be able to like choke the phone. And those who have literally, we're gonna be right back so we get you. But generally speaking, I prefer to swipe because it's quicker. And I don't even think about it no more. Like when I swipe, like I don't think about it. Like I don't think about it. Like I don't think about it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't think about it. Like I don't think one letter to the next letter to the next letter to the next letter to the next letter. Because I've done swiped almost every combination of every letter so many times. Just thinking it, my brain automatically just goes to whatever it is. Just thinking it. Make my brain automatically go to whatever it is. Just what's the temperature tomorrow? I think we're gonna stay inside tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna go do a live outside. I think for morning coffee, I think I'm gonna stay inside. I wasn't gonna do a morning coffee outside today. We just did it outside because I walked to the store and it was pleasant. So I stayed outside. Now I'm looking at the chances of rain and everything. Yeah, so I just stayed inside. Is what it is. Hmm. It's gonna be raining tomorrow anyway. Come on, what you want to talk about? Anything? I mean, if not, I think we've been in here. I tell you, at a 36-minute mark is usually where I'm at when I'm deciding what the show is. If there's anything y'all guys want to talk about, I don't really have anything that I find interesting right now. I haven't been doing the Tonight Show on my energy is fucked up. I had really high energy until took me an hour to get the computer to work. Be honest with you. Do you think Diddy will end up in jail? 36% said yes, 29% said no, 36% says just want to see results. I don't think he's gonna end up in jail. The only way he's gonna end up in jail if over the Tupac situation. Over anything else, I don't think he's gonna end up in jail. Maybe the Tupac situation. But that means that Keefe D is gonna have to snitch. So one of the things that's being said is this, just so we could be clear. So there was a third guy. There was an intermittent guy that allegedly gave Keefe D the gun and allegedly gave DPD the $1 million that he was allegedly paid to do the thing, right? So that middle guy allegedly got the stuff from Puff. That dude is not alive no more. He's gone. So I'm not sure how you even connect Puff. You understand what I'm saying? They don't have no direct tie to Puff. The dude that allegedly got the stuff from Puff and gave it to Keefe D, he's not here no more. Keefe D can only say who gave it to him. And allegedly that guy never paid Keefe D. So Keefe D never even got paid for the hit. Allegedly. So allegedly Keefe D and his people got killed Tupac and didn't even get paid for it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Shout out to Open Aim. He said he ain't going to jail. I don't think he's going to jail neither. Is it me? I'm not looking younger. I don't think he's going to jail neither. I don't think he's going to jail. But I've been telling you he wasn't. I've been telling you. I've been telling y'all. I've been telling y'all. I've been telling y'all about a lot of people. You pay attention when I say something. I've been hearing about dude and his antics since the 90s, man. I don't know no better way to say that. I've been hearing about dude and his antics since before the was that before? No, it was after. It was shortly after. It was definitely before Big's first album drop. I've been hearing about dude since before Big's first album drop, man. Just certain niggas is on certain shit, man. That's why whenever people is like, yo, Puff is pussy because he dance, I be looking at niggas like, y'all don't really know what suckers is, man. Y'all don't understand. Back in the 80s, everybody danced, man. All the toughest street thugs, everybody danced in the 80s, man. Y'all talking about only suckers dance and shit like that. Everybody danced in the 80s, fam. Some of the best fighters, fam, was the dancers, fam. Remember, especially when we talking about the Bronx, right? We talking about New York in general, but when we talking about the Bronx, when you go do your show in the park, you got to have somebody to protect your equipment. People out there stealing niggas' equipment. They running, they waiting for you to pack your shit up and put it in wherever you about to take it out with, and they running up on you. They stealing your equipment. You understand? So when you show up, you not just showing up with the DJ. You got niggas that got to carry the crates, but those are the niggas that also got to scrap. You got niggas that got, but those are also the dudes that got to scrap. Y'all acting like most of these gyms in the park didn't end at shootouts. They act like that wasn't like a common thing. Niggas don't really know what tough guys look like no more, man. Y'all been watching too many movies. I think the tough guys, the ugly dude walking around with all the scars all the time. Nah, sometimes the tough guy's the pretty nigga with no scars. But very little scars and shit. Sometimes that's the tough guy. You don't know nowadays, man. So, and they need to make a movie about then. They got movies like that, but the movies were not made to show the real life. Those movies were made to glamorize aspects that they can now sell to America or to the world. You know, it was meant as a selling tool. Remember, hip hop was deemed that it was gonna be defunct. Like people was like, this isn't gonna last. So they had to sell the product. So you didn't want to show all the violence that was happening behind the scenes. You didn't want to show all the like if you really like you don't understand, like especially when you see what happened to a lot of those women, like especially a lot of the girls that was like hanging out, like they were just they were ruined, fam. This isn't like our parties that we have where people going to the parties and like smoking weed, fam. They was going to the parties smoking crack, getting super high. Then nobody think drugs was a problem. You understand? To them, drugs wasn't an issue. Nobody thought drugs was a problem. So they was taking whatever drug they could get a hold of. Then you had the women, you know, and I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just saying what was happening. Then you got the women, they get strung out on whatever drug, they get pregnant. Now they don't got money, but they got breast milk. That breast milk is also contaminated by whatever drug they taking. And now I'm going to tell you the really scary part, right? Well, not the really scary part, but the scary part. You know how often that was happening? And I'm not just talking about in the hoods of America. I'm talking about in the suburbs too. I'm talking about where the white people live. I'm talking about where black people live, whoever live. Now I'm telling you the scariest thing about that. You know, most of those people right now is in their 30s and their 40s. You know, most of those people went on to have children. Just something to think about. We should be a little bit more patient with each other. You don't know what anybody been through. A little bit more patient with each other. We need to be a lot more patient with each other, but we could start at a little bit. A little bit more patient with each other. It is what it is. I saw a photo of the Bronx, right? Somebody posted it on Instagram. And it was of the Bronx in the 80s, right? Like, y'all don't understand, fam. There will be like a half a block that'll be nothing but rubble. And it's buildings that is now just rubble. The whole half a block. There'll be a whole nother block that the whole entire block is just burned down buildings except for one building where people live at. And all the other buildings on the whole block. The whole block. On this side of the block, that side of the block, that side of the block, this side of the block. There'll be one building. All the other buildings be abandoned and vacated and be rubble. Like, this is how the Bronx was, man. Like, I promise you. That's why when I look at the kids now and I be like, y'all don't even be going nowhere. Like, we go outside and we might be like a mile away from home. And this is back when I was, and this is like, because when I was, you don't really want to know. But when I was like 4 and 5 years old, I used to go hang out with Ernest. And Ernest is, how old was he? He was like 3 or 4 years older than me. So like that was my brother was like best friends with his older brother. You understand what I'm saying? So I guess that immediately made us like friends or some shit. I don't know. But he was the kid I was hanging out with all the time. He was a little badass kid. So we'd be all over the Bronx. I'm a little kid. I'm 4 or 5 years old, following around this 8, 9-year-old kid that ain't got no brains. He all over the place. We in buildings catching pigeons and then going and selling them to the nigga that owned the pigeon coop. Like, this is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5, years old, 6 years old. Because this is a lot of this is before I started first grade. That's how come I know I was like 4 or 5 years old. I started first grade when I was 5. I almost died a couple of times. Seriously. Shit. I almost died a couple of times. You just brush it off and make sure you don't tell the adults. Somebody gonna get in trouble. Never gonna forget that motherfucker left me at some stranger's crib. I mean, he knew the people. I didn't know the people. He just left me there. I forgot why. I think he was stuck with me for the day or some shit. I think he was stuck with me. I was like 3. I was like probably like 4, like 3 or 4. I think he was stuck with me for the day. Nigga just left me at some random people's crib. I don't even know. I never seen them niggas again. I guess I feel different. Like if I ever saw them again, I never saw them again. He went to go do some bad little kid shit, and I couldn't go. That's all. He went to go do some. I was just too little. He went to go do some little bad little nigga shit. I was just too little. I couldn't go. That's probably what happened. Little bad little nigga. So the other day, just funny shit, not funny. So the other day, I'm not gonna say the dude name. A couple of years ago, I go back to my old neighborhood. I'm walking around and shit, right? And I see somebody that I'll say we had a weird relationship. So we didn't really like each other. Never really liked the nigga. But we had a mutual friend. And then a thing had happened where we had to hold each other down. And in that moment, I was solid and he was solid. So ever since after that, we kind of been actually cool. I'll explain it again. Me and him was not cool. All right. So basically, I had some shorty I was with, and I needed somewhere to take her at that time because I didn't have my own place, and I couldn't take her, so I was staying with my stepmoms. So some shorty I had met. So wait, no, it wasn't even okay. I wasn't staying with my step. It's a long story. You know what? I'm just anyway. So this is right before I met Maria. It's a long story. Anyway, so my homie, my other homie, I'm not gonna say his name because then you're gonna know who I'm talking about because the dude passed away. I don't want to say it's a long story. My homie, my other homie, he ain't passed away though. So he had a spot because like we the niggas fam. So my other homie had a couple of apartments. So he told me there was this one particular apartment and I could go chill with Shorty at this apartment. So careful about what I'm saying. So some shit happened when we was at that apartment. Like some real nigga shit happened. And neither one of us folded. Like we were solid in that moment. So then ever after that, everything was cool. So I found out the nigga had passed away recently. When I say recently, I say about 2 years ago. I say the situation with the shorty that happened like probably like 20 years ago. But like a couple years ago, I found out he passed away. He was a person I was never cool with, but I felt a way about it. It's like I don't think you don't never know what somebody else is going through. You know what I'm saying? Like you see somebody and you think, oh, that person's an angry person. That person might not be dealing with anger. They might be dealing with frustration. They might be dealing with self-doubt. You know, they might be dealing with something else that is not anger. You just think it's anger because your emotional intelligence doesn't allow for you to understand and a feeling that is not yours being something that can be aggressive but also not hostile. You understand? Huh? No, that was just some shorty I had scoop. I'm not saying I was some kind of super ladies man. I've never been like that. I'm not out there trying to bang everything. That's never been my style. Never been what I've been on. All right. But I do know quite a few dudes that tell you they've been with me when I scooped a lot of numbers. And one and you know, that's not hard. That's not difficult. You know what I'm saying? I think the more important thing is when you were when I think a lot of relationships don't last because people get in relationships with people and y'all got two totally different ideas of what you want to happen. So if you want to just have a relationship where it's all about y'all running around and sexing a whole bunch of people and you don't really feel like y'all want to be faithful to one another, then you should just be honest right off the rip. Y'all probably go do whatever BS y'all plan on doing, probably go do it together. What the hell do I know? But you should be honest right off the rip. I'm not saying I condone that type of behavior, but what I'm saying is I can understand that if somebody's being honest about who they are, at least then they're not being a hypocrite. And we do not want to be a hypocrite. So, nah. So I am very fortunate. And sometimes being uh, particular works in your best interest. Not all the time, but sometimes it does. I want to run to the store and go get me something. We ain't really talking about nothing, and I could use a snack. Give me something to talk about. What y'all want to discuss? Come on, man. I haven't been doing no Tonight shows. I was supposed to do a Tonight show and only do Green Team, but I didn't. I don't think it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to say that you should ignore people. I think that you should just be straight up honest. The problem is uh men aren't necessarily supposed to be chasing after women in the first place. So the thing that you just said is just nature working the way it's supposed to work. Men are not supposed to chase women. Um Proverbs 31, right? What is it? Proverbs 31 is like 31:13. I'm just gonna open up Proverbs in general. I think it's like Proverbs 31:13. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. All right. So Proverbs 31 starts off the words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him, what my son and what the son of my womb. Huh. Give not thy strength unto women. Proverbs 31:3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget law, and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. People literally just said that basically people, you shouldn't be out here getting super drunk unless it's time to die. But the line I was focusing on is son of what son of my moon, what son of ours. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways of which destroyeth kings. If you give your strength to a woman, you will be destroyed. We're not supposed to chase women. We're supposed to chase our purpose. That's what we're supposed to do. When you're chasing your purpose, you have 100% of all of the qualities that women are actually going after. The only thing you're not doing is going after them. You get it? When you're chasing your purpose, generally speaking, you're going to be exhibiting. There's a better chance than not you're going to be exhibiting all of the skills that women find, all of the traits that women find attractive. The only thing is, you're not going to be chasing after them. Why do you think people become rich and millionaires and tech wizards and all of this stuff? And they be like, well, nah, I didn't even have a girlfriend all through that whole time that I was getting my shit together. When was the last time you heard about somebody that was some kind of genius that was like, nah, I was married way before I got my shit together? Just saying. Not an intellectual genius. Maybe a Kanye type genius. They was like, yo, I'm a genius in making these musics. Maybe those guys. But when do you see it? Tell me. Anyway, in any regard. Anything you guys want to talk about? I'm thinking about I was gonna wait for it to at least get to the 60-minute mark. I was gonna wait for it to at least get to the 60-minute mark, and I was gonna be like a arrivederci. Au revoir. I don't know what Italian and in French. It is au revoir. And it's arrivederci. Only reason why I know that arrivederci thing is because of comedians, literally because of comedians. Au revoir, because I was dating this chick that was taking up French. Actually, uh, I'm like one of them crazy nerds, right? So when she was taking up French, I would study with her, like sometimes, because it's sometimes fun, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was not fluent, but I knew how to say a couple of phrases. I could start a conversation. I could compliment. I can compliment. You know what I'm saying? I could say something very nice and slick. I actually met her when I was going Liberty. I was gonna go to Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. So uh it's a long story. I might have played basketball if I went down there, but that's a whole nother long story. I'm not getting into that. So I actually met her when I went down there for a like when you gotta go, go to the college and you go look around at the college and shit like that, whatever they call that. So I went down there to go do that. For everybody that don't know, it's a Christian college. I keep trying to tell you, it's always been about God. Go look it up. All the people also that doing faking and some shit. Yeah. I was trying to go to a college that that had something to do with the Most High. I was choosing. I mean, I was 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was trying my best. Anyway, so I met her down there apparently. So she lived like in Virginia or North Carolina or some shit. So we should just talk on phone most of the time. So it wasn't super serious like that, but it was like a telephone pen pal type girl that I was talking to for years too, by the way. Like, and I'd have a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? And I would guess she had a man. We would still talk like on a regular, just talk. How you doing? This and this and that. Talk our shit, you know, pump her up, make her feel good about herself. She say some shit to me, make me feel good about myself, and we go out and we combat the world. Gotta have friends like that, fam. She was cool as shit. She was super dark skinned because I like dark skinned girls. She was short too. Super short. She was short, didn't get injured. She was short. All right, I'm thinking about going in and picking me up something from the store. Maybe, I don't know. I think I'm hungry. Um, I'm gonna let y'all go. I keep forgetting that today is Friday. I'm gonna let y'all go. Everybody have a beautiful day. We're going on an hour. Uh, Tao of Destiny is now on Disney Plus. If anybody was looking for something to watch tonight, go watch Tao of Destiny. I was watching a little bit of it. I really wasn't paying attention. It was kind of watching me. I was watching the computer. But for the most part, I love Indiana Jones. And just a little bit of trivia. Indiana Jones was created because they wanted to make an American James Bond. Once again, Indiana Jones was created because they wanted to make an American James Bond. Another fact, apparently, they're always also fighting the Nazis. Who made Indiana Jones? Steven Spielberg. So that's something to think about. Also, oh, that would have been a spoiler. I don't want to tell you a spoiler. But I'll say this much. When you have somebody with the charisma of Harrison Ford, especially a young Harrison Ford when Indiana Jones was initially being made, if you're going to bring somebody to take their place, it has to make sense. Got mad because when Harrison Ford was in his heyday, yeah, it was about the 3 movie thing. Remember, they only thought about trilogies. After 3 movies, you had to reboot. The MCU changed that. The MCU made it so now after 3 movies, you don't have to reboot. The MCU changed the way movies was being produced and made. What y'all don't get is they're trying to destroy the MCU. They tried to destroy it from inside, but these guys are getting a hold of it now. They tried to turn the MCU all female. Just so we could be clear, the issue and problem that I have with female led anything is that women don't support it. They just get mad that more men aren't supporting it. I just want to be clear about that. The issue that I have, like the WNBA, I keep hearing women say, "Well, the men aren't watching it. What the hell should we want us watching it for?" Any other time you see us watching women, you call us a pervert. Now you want to make us watch WNBA? How much basketball you think we got in us? We in here watching the men play. Why don't you watch the women play? How about that part? You watch the men play, right? There's more women than men. If women went out and supported the WNBA the same way that men support the NBA, the WNBA will be making more money than the NBA. Do understand this, right? I'm going to say that again. If the WNBA was supported by women the way the NBA is supported by men, the WNBA will make more money than the NBA. There's more women than men. You understand? So that's the only issue I have. I'm very happy that they made the WNBA. I used to watch women's college basketball all the time. It was big in the 90s. All right? Very happy when they made the WNBA. I'm happy it's a thing. I'm happy that it still goes on. I'm happy it still exists. I don't want it to go nowhere. I don't want them to get rid of it. I hope it does better. But how can it do better if women aren't going to watch it? So back to the MCU thing. So what happened is during phase 4, they started trying to turn all of the characters to lead the MCU into women. I'll even explain it for you. First, just so we could be clear, Riri Williams is a character from the Marvel Comics. They tried to remove Iron Man in Marvel Comics. It didn't work there either. They eventually, I believe, had to bring him back in like 3-4 different iterations. But Riri Williams was the fix for him. They moved Riri Williams. I don't know why I'm having a problem saying that. What up, First Class Empire? They moved Riri Williams into the MCU. Then, in real life, Chadwick Boseman passed away. They didn't want to recast T'Challa. Instead, they now make his wife, his sister, the Black Panther. So now we have 2 extremely important characters in the MCU changed from male to female. That's not even the biggest issue. They didn't even change them to likable characters. Those characters aren't really that likable. I'm going to give you a good example. So, in my opinion, at least. So, Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, we love her. Good Black Widow, right? But the new Black Widow is also excellent. Yelena Belova. The what's the girl name in real life? I forget her name in real life. But she's also excellent. So even though they didn't upgrade, they at least made a sidestep. When you remove Tony Stark for Riri Williams, that's not a sidestep. When you remove T'Challa for, I don't even know his sister's name, that's not a sidestep. This is not me trying to be a dick towards women. These women are not freaking Ripley, fam. Women aren't known to be able to really headline blockbuster action movies. They're not Ripley, fam. This ain't homegirl that was in Terminator 2. And Terminator 2 was the only Terminator she was in that was actually any good. After that, they destroyed a character. They just wrote her bad. It wasn't her fault. Anyway, neither here nor there. I'm just rambling because I want to go. Point I was making was this. I started talking about women need to support women's products. I'm so upset that Captain Marvel didn't do better. I don't know how badly the Marvels did, or Captain Marvel 2, whatever they call it. I don't know how badly that is. But the first Captain Marvel, I was upset it didn't do better. I was upset they didn't make a Black Widow movie sooner. And then the Black Widow movie came out, and that's literally one of my favorite MCU movies. They screwed the pooch when they made She-Hulk. But 100%, the She-Hulk television show is just like the comics. The comics ain't shit either. I read them. She-Hulk went out of circulation in early. Like, I don't even think she got 15 issues. She might have got 15, 20 issues, and they put her out of circulation. And then they just used her to plug her into other group comic books. Like, somebody would be writing the Fantastic Four, and for some strange reason, the Thing isn't there. And they'd be like, hey, we need somebody. Use She-Hulk. You understand? But they made a whole television show about her. Nobody don't care about She-Hulk. Nobody didn't care about her back then. Go check if you don't believe me. The only reason why they even made She-Hulk was because CBS was airing The Incredible Hulk. And they had an idea of making a She-Hulk TV show. But the way that the comic books work is, the way media work, is it the person who puts it out first is the one that owns it. So that's the way comic books work. So they had to just rush out a She-Hulk comic book so they could beat CBS, so CBS won't make a damn television show and they own fucking She-Hulk. So that's literally how that happened. Go look that up if you don't believe me. So I want them to do women-led movies in general. I actually have a great idea for, anyway, that's neither here nor there. I want them to do women-led movies. I want them to get them right though. I don't want it to be like Eon Flux. Didn't they do an Eon Flux movie and they just screwed the pooch? I don't want it to be like Ghost in the Shell. They did that movie. They screwed the pooch. Yeah, they did an Eon Flux movie. And that wasn't even good. They screwed the pooch. They need a good content. Like for everybody that don't know, Elon Flux in the anime is dope. The idea, the concept, everything is just dope. For everybody that don't know, Ghost in the Shell is dope. But when they made the movie, it sucked. I don't know what to tell you. The Catwoman movie pissed me off. How the hell you made Catwoman that don't got nothing to do with Batman? You niggas is crazy. How? And then they made the Venom movie that don't got nothing to do with Spider-Man. Oh, I'm pissed off at all this stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm hungry. That's all the problem is. I'm gonna get out of here. Go take care of that problem. With that being said, I love y'all. Everybody, please go do something good in the world. Oh, wait, it's the night. I thought it was the morning. All right, I'm out of here. If you got anybody still awake in your household, please give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers while they're still here. Also, before you go to bed and after you wake up, make sure you drink some water. You got to get some of that good old H2O inside of us. And whenever you're helping somebody else be the best them that they could be in that moment, you being the best you that you could be. So go out there and be great. God first. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.